over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's Dunn in at the small forward position. Now here's Irving. That three's off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Beal finds Booker. And here's Durant. Puts up a deep three. The long-distance three is buried.
Boy, how about the range from Kevin Durant? Dial it in from another zip code.
Irving for three. Sinks it from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. He can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
This one for three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Marshall. Back to Thompson. The three. Drains the triple.
Klay Thompson, you can't let him get cooking from three. Boy, this guy's too accurate as a shooter.
For three, Booker. And the rebound goes to Dallas. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and Coach said, quote, "We don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous. I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure." An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Irving. Tries the spin move. There's Davis with the three. Davis missing again.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Booker for three. Lively grabs a miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Puts one up from 19. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Just the threat of that shot, enough to get him airborne. Nice fake by Beal.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle steps.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Takes a three. Davis, the pass to Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Suns trail by 4. It's stolen by Irving. Shoots over Beal. Irving, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Durant against Davis. Booker for three. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
You've got to be there on the catch if Devin Booker gets an opportunity from the perimeter. This guy too good a shooter.
Irving, pass to Marshall. Now here's Davis. Irving finds Davis. Let's go with a three. And Kyrie Irving good for three. Irving's got 6 points.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Marshall, defended by Dunn. Thompson with a screen. Irving for three. Lively passes to Marshall. Gets the three to fall.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Now here's Irving. 6 points for him. Counted from distance.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan is solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
The Mavericks lead by 10. Marshall. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Phoenix no good that time either.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
And here's Thompson for three. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Now Booker. Can they get it? Booker missing again. Oh, rejected by Beal. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
Derek Lively is out there with Davis. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then it's Thompson. And it's Irving in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, BA, about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. The work he puts in consistently. Anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Irving against Booker. Irving, the pass to Davis. Outside for Irving. Back to Davis. Here's Marshall. Launches a three. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
It goes on Kevin Durant. Dallas shooting their first free throws of this game. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
The Mavericks lead by 6. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. For Phoenix, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Bold. Gafford grabs the miss. The Mavericks have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Martin, he's checked in for Dallas. Dallas, no good that time either. Suns trail by 6. Fires from the wing. That's good from Allen on the assist from Bowl. Allen's got his first points in this one. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Christie. Back to Washington. Here's Christie. Still without a bucket. 4 on the clock. The 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Plumlee passes to Bowl. The 3 ball. And the 3-pointer goes. Bowles got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Pass to Christie. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Christie's got 5 points in the quarter.
That is nicely done by Spencer Dinwiddie, just getting the ball into the hands of a shooter.
Bowl, no good. Dallas leading by 6. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pass to Gafford. Pulls up on the wing. Bull grabs the board. Suns trail by 6. For 3, Allen. Washington with the ball. Guarded now by Bull. Out on his own on the break. Christie's shot is off. Bull against Washington. 3-pointer. And Bull hits from deep. Bull's got 6.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Dinwiddie against Jones. Here's Martin. Dallas no good that time either.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Allen can't get it to go. Allen's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Christie. Sinks the tray. Give him 8 points now.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Jones against Dinwiddie. Left side Bull. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Dallas on top. They're up by 3. All right, Allie's ready to go. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And so in the game for the Suns, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the 3. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Well, you have to appreciate watching Klay Thompson ply his trade. The shooting form is absolutely perfect.
Here's Booker. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Irving. Left side Davis. Irving looking around. Lets the 3 fly. Bradley Beal puts it in.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the 4th quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Here's Durant. Cash money on the open jump shot. Durant's got 8.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Pass to Davis. Back to Irving. Let's go with a 3. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, B.A., this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Booker Booker's shot is good. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Quality decision making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
Screen by Lively. Irving, the pass to Davis. Out to Thompson. From behind the arc. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Irving against Booker. Thompson with a steal.
They've got to tighten up the ball control. That pass was just too easy to defend.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Irving for 3. Connects from downtown. 16 points for him.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Outside Davis. Out to Thompson. Takes a 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And it's a 12-point Dallas lead.
Well, the ability to rise and fire off the catch has defined Klay Thompson.
Booker against Irving. Shoots a fadeaway. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Irving with a deep 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Richards has got 5 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Irving. The 3 is up. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Dunn. Nails it from beyond the arc. Dunn's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Thompson. Back to Irving. Thompson, a screen on Booker. Irving for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. The fader. And here's Dunn. Durant for 3. Oh, KD going to work from deep.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Oh, no good.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Washington outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's Christie. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Christie's got 6 here in the quarter.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Here's Christie. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Bull. The offensive rebound. Plumlee passes to Jones. Here's Bull. Pass to O'Neal. Right side Bull. With some arc. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Dinwiddie with it. O'Neal covers. Martin outside. From the arc. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now. Beyond the arc. Gafford grabs the miss.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Suns trail by 15. Here's O'Neal. Here's Bull. Goes back up. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
And Gafford picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he's good on the second. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Washington outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Washington outside. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's
2
Christie.
minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Washington outside. 3-pointer. That shot missing. Suns trail by 14. Here's Bull. Hits the 3-pointer. Bull's got 9 points now in the second half.
And the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Here's Christie. Yes. And a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Bull. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The 3 from Washington. He buries it from 3. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
From deep. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter. 3-pointer off the mark. And for the Suns, they're shooting 37% from the floor at this point.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we could put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Mavericks.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Now here's Jones. Just 5 on the clock. To end the run. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business. And Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. At the guard position, Van Fleet in green. Thompson is out there with Alperen Sengun. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Thompson from long range. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Thompson finds Irving. Out to Thompson. Another 3 for Dallas.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that one is good.
Oh, tricky play by Van Vliet to beat the close coverage, slipping pass there for the finish.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards, but man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
Now Thompson following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Green. A 3 ball. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Lively the pass to Davis. Back to Lively. Outside Irving. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 6.
Kyrie Irving, what a touch from deep.
Pass to Thompson. Outside Green. Launches it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Davis inside. He's covered by Thompson. Lively against Sengun. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Outside Green. There's the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
Here's Lively. Misses the 3.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
You know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Sengun is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Marshall dishes to Davis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Thompson from long range. Another miss by Houston. Mavericks shooting a lowly 30% to start this game. Outside for Davis. Cranes the three-pointer.
Hey, he'll drop that 3 on you if you don't respect Davis from out there.
Thompson looking for an opening. Good on the shot.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's Dallas with it. Pass to Marshall. Outside, Davis. Here's Marshall. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist from Marshall. Davis has got 6 points.
Love the readiness of AD. He's already prepared himself to shoot before receiving the ball.
Drills it from outside.
3 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, fire 3 of your own. Boom.
For 3. That doesn't go either for Davis. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for Houston. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Jabari Smith is out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Houston in the lead. Eason passes to Smith. Holiday with the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Holiday's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Back to Exum. It's stolen by Adams. Outside Holiday. Tries the spin move. Jacks up a 3. Kick out to Adams. Shoots the 3. That's a miss. His second after 2 shots. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Exum with a wide open look. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Out to Smith. Corner shot. Here's Adams, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Dinwiddie outside. Washington against Smith. Tipped away. Martin the pass to Washington. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And it's Martin missing. Rockets leading by 4. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so... That is breathtaking.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself, couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
In the corner, it's Eason. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Exum's shot is off. Rockets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. From deep, Washington. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Washington's got it all tied up now for the Mavericks. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, they get it back. Pass to Smith. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Smith's got 5.
At 6'10", Smith with incredible range, and that's why some have compared him to Rashard Lewis.
Dinwiddie kicks to Exum. Over Whitmore. Exum's shot is off.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, he should have made that one.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep, but he has to close out a little stronger on him.
Dinwiddie passes to Washington. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Exum sets a screen for Dinwiddie. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lets the three fly. Shot by Easton. No good. Mavericks trail by 6. Out left of the wing. Washington with room to fire. Dallas no good that time either. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Back to Smith. Houston moving it around. And it's Whitmore missing. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Smith against Gafford. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Gafford.
Daniel Gafford, 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Rockets leading by 4.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And the foul on Daniel Gafford.
13 foul.
That's his first foul. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Holiday. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Amen Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Irving. Then it's Thompson, and it's Marshall in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Irving a screen on Van Vliet. Thompson finds Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets leading by 4. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Thompson misses. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Van Vliet kicks to Thompson. Buries it from three-point range. Thompson's got 11 points.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
And Davis can't get it to go.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Davis kicks to Thompson. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 8 points for him.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Thompson misses.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
A 3, Marshall. Another 3 for Dallas. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier. With the star power of the U.S. men's team shine bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
This one has been all about Amin Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do. And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
To the right side. Şengün with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Mavericks leading by 3. Pass to Davis. Now, here's Marshall. Not a lot of room. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lobbed up there for Van Vliet. Irving with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Klay Thompson with that deep range.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
There's Green with the 3. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And a wide open look for Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
Some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Kyrie showing you that quick release there.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Thompson misses. And for Houston, their shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Out to Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
The tray. The shot by Thompson, no good. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. There's Green with the 3. That one, no good. And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Jabari Smith. He's out there with Steven Adams. Tari Easton is out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the guard position. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. St. Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. That's a 2 from Martin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Holiday with the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Whitmore. From the arc. Hits it from 3-point range.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Washington finds Martin. Back to Washington. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Great positioning on the putback.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
Pass to Washington. Dinwiddie against Howard. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to Washington. Off target from outside. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Smith the pass to Easton to take the lead. And another 3 for Houston. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Outside for Martin. They need this. The Rockets pull it in. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Holiday. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Shot from the top of the key. Washington, that's good. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Holiday kicks to Smith. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Eason finds Smith. At the elbow, Whitmore. Outside Holiday. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Holiday's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets. Nixon passes to Washington. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dinwiddie's got the game tied up here for Dallas. Dinwiddie with the steal. This one for 3. Here's Gafford. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. That's a 2 from Smith. No good there off the double clutch. The Mavericks shoot just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Dinwiddie wide open. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And again, the turnover by the Rockets. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Houston making some changes. Irving from long range. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
It's Davis on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Fires it up. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Şengün finds Thompson. No good from outside. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
It's not over yet.
Brooks misses. Here's Dallas. 3-point lead. And on the way from Irving for 3. Rockets with the rebound.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by VanVleet. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball, David. Thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the small forward position. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Down low.
Continuing to get better at facilitating Booker with a dime.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. We talked about Fred VanVleet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Durant. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Dunn with a steal. Durant for three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And Durant focuses on taking high percentage threes, which is why he's so efficient from there.
Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. Steps back. Booker, the pass to Dunn. And here's Richards. Booker surveying the D. That's good from Durant. On the assist by Booker. Durant's got 6.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Here's Thompson. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by VanVleet.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Good chance here for Booker, and it falls all over the rim and in.
Whether it's off the dribble or on the catch, it don't matter. Booker is one of the most proficient mid-range shooters.
VanVleet, the pass to Şengün. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. He has 7.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
They get it back. Beal outside. On the wing, Durant. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Thompson. Takes it inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Over to the wing. Durant for 3. That doesn't go either for Durant.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:06 left in the first quarter. For 3, Durant. Fires in the triple. Durant's got 9 points.
Making that tricky shot from the corner look so simple. That's just a bucket for Durant.
VanVleet against Beal. VanVleet, the pass to Brooks. Back to VanVleet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. And it's Green missing. The Suns trailing. Fast break, here we go. Booker finds Durant. Shoots over Thompson. That doesn't go either for Durant. The Rockets have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Thompson passes to Brooks. And there's Thompson on the assist by Brooks. He's got 11.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Outside Booker. Outside Durant. The three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Amen Thompson. He is feeling it tonight. And he's been the... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So the Houston 5 right now. Aaron Holiday out there with Whitmore. Then it's Jabari Smith. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Out to the right wing. Here's Bull. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Pass to Plumlee. Ooh, stolen by Smith. On the break. To the left wing. Back to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. Outside Eason. Outside Whitmore. To the wing, right side. Here's Adams, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Yeah, what physicality from Adams down low. Brushing off the contact and getting the easy bucket.
Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
That one drops for him.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Outside Whitmore. Back to Holiday. Here's Eason. Outside Holiday. To the right side. Smith in the high post. Goal on him. 3-pointer. Smith no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It goes up from the top of the key. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Suns lead by 1. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. The coach is going to be on him about that one.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Suns. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Plumlee against Adams. Plumlee down low. Banked it in off the glass.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Holiday against Jones. Will it go? Houston with another miss. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Plumlee. He shoots again. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Adams inside. He's checked by Plumlee. Eason, the pass to Holiday. Houston with another miss.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And the basket by Plumlee.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention, Richard, but his efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
Count the basket.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Plumlee, a screen on Holiday. Jones, the pass to Plumlee. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Easton with a steal. Oh, there's the alley. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Easton.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. And here are the Suns. They're on a 17-4 run. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from Thompson. Buries it from 3. Thompson's got 14.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
The deep 3 from Durant. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's been all about Mason Plumlee for Phoenix. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group from Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Outside Durant. Fires the 3. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you gotta work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Green, the pass to Thompson. Back to Green from deep three-point land. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Pass to Durant. Oh, KD flying in to cap off the break.
Doesn't it just look like he's gliding down the floor? Durant in transition is just beautiful art.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
From the wing. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Booker. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half. Thompson outside. Knocks down the triple.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Thompson with it. Durant covering. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Durant, no good. And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston.
Remaining in the third.
It's stolen by Dunn. For three, Durant. Durant with another miss. The Rockets trail. Back comes Houston in transition. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. VanVleet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. And stolen by Booker. Puts up a deep three. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. Durant with another miss. Rockets trail by 4. Thompson goes in. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Green. Bradley Beal with a rebound. And the Suns shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. That doesn't go either for Durant.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Sinks that one from the post. Thompson's got 9 points now in the second half.
I mean, this is why VanVleet's teammates like playing with him, because he looks to set them up with his passing.
On the wing, Durant. Back to Booker. Durant with a screen on VanVleet. Booker, the pass to Durant. Just 4 to shoot. Over Thompson. That doesn't go either for Durant. Thompson against Beal. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Substitution on the court.
Eight seconds left in the third quarter. Plumlee, a screen on Holiday. With 1 on the clock. He knocks it down.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time. But
shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. Suns ahead, up 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Houston, Tari Eason is out there with Jabari Smith. Then it's Steven Adams. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now. Rockets trail by 4. Outside Holiday. Pass to Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Plumlee. No good that time. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. To the paint. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Adams against Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Smith, left side. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Holiday. The 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bull, a screen on Adams. Here's Plumlee. Deflected. Outside Whitmore. Down low. Eason. Rejected by Bull. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. Phoenix leading by 4. Plumlee with it. He's picked up by Eason. Plumlee passes to O'Neal. Into the lane. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Pass to Plumlee. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense. Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Plumlee, a screen on Holiday. Jones, the pass to Plumlee. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
And the Suns will go for a different look here. Durant, he's checked in for Bull. Dunn comes in for O'Neal. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. To take the lead.
2 minutes remaining.
Şengün, no good. And so Beal will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 2-point game. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Good eyes, Bradley Beal. That's a nice setup for him.
Van Vliet against Booker. Brooks, right side. Thompson outside. Jacks up at 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Dunn's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Plumlee. Oh, and he got it. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their... This could be a big call.
People will worry that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle, and they told the team it's close. We've got a chance if we battle, compete. You can see the players love the message. They looked fired up. We'll see if it works, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts them up 5. Booker against Van Vliet. Booker with the defensive effort. The Suns have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Şengün with a steal. And here's Green from the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Pass to Plumlee. It's rebounded by Şengün. Floats Buckets one, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
Thompson, 2 shots.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And the basket by Plumlee.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
And Houston has possession. Şengün, no good. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Plumlee. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And now it's an 8-point Phoenix lead.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Şengün, first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that'll put him up by 9.
He did enough to put this one away. Just a hard-fought battle.
3-pointer, Van Vliet. Durant pulls it in. Shot from the top of the key. Off on that one. So Phoenix wins it. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
piled up one after another. They've got to be thinking, what's next? But no excuses, no consolation prizes here. They got to find a way to win.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Edwards is out there with Washington. Then it's Williams. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Marshall in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 3, the small forward. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And that one, good.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game. And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for us.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
Williams can't get it to go. Booker against Williams. And Booker kicks to Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Washington passes to Thompson. From downtown, Washington, that's good. Washington's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Booker with it. Guarded now by Marshall. He lobs it up. It's stolen by Edwards. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Outside Williams. Pass to Washington. Clock at 4. Connects from 3-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
That one drops for him. 7 points in the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 17 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points.
2 minutes remaining
on a historic scoring pace.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. Outside Durant. Shot to stop the run, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, Kevin Durant is efficient from any spot on the floor. You give him an easy corner 3 and turn the lights out.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. Hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. Now here's Edwards. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Durant, nice jump shot from the top of the key. Durant's got 9.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Williams finds Washington. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Off target from 3-point range. Suns trail by 4. Booker the pass to Richards. Over Edwards. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
And to me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And here's KD for three. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for Dallas. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
It's Beal on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Edwards looking it over. Three, Marshall. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 9.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so it's Dallas, up by a dozen here at the... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the floor for Dallas, Thompson is out there with Williams. Then there's Washington. Then there's Edwards. And it's Marshall in at the small forward position. Doors, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Marshall gets the bucket.
We think of Thompson as a beautifully gifted shooter, but make no mistake, he understands when and where to place the basketball when a teammate is open.
Here's Plumlee to the middle. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. It's not going to go for him. Edwards with it. Jones covering. Allen against Edwards. Shoots in deep. And another basket for Dallas.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Good, nice job down low. Plumlee's got it back down to within single digits for the Suns. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Thompson outside. Over Allen. Thompson gets it inside.
Well, because of his size of the position inside the painted area, Klay Thompson is a real threat.
Goes up on the block. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Plumlee's got 10 points. Mavericks leading by 8. Edwards with it. Now Bol defending. Washington inside. He's against Bol. And it's Washington missing. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Plumlee in the post. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead early. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
P.J. Washington.
Suns trail by 10. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Suns shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Now, they're shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
1:29 left now here in the second. Jones kicks to Plumlee. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Dinwiddie finds Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Powell's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Count it.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Plumlee, and easy 2 points on the layup. Plumlee's got 16.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 10. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for 2.
Plumlee hits them both. 32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Plumlee, no luck.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
4 seconds left. Here's Jones. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks going into the break with an all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan court shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You gotta like what Mason Plumlee has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working, and the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Dinwiddie passes to Christie. Puts up a 3. Drills it from outside. Christie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Dunn misses.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
It's Powell with the drive. And the dunk by Powell.
But Dwight Powell is very mobile, highly coordinated. We all know this, but how about that dribble drive?
For three, Durant. A three-pointer is right on target. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
The D got there too late. He'll go to the line.
Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake thinking we can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Mavericks leading by 12. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. KD, that's for two. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And here's KD for three. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Jones. From deep. The rebound by Richard. Suns trail by 14. Here's Beal. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Perfect soft touch there from Beal. He can be so delicate when needed.
Dinwiddie against Durant. And it's sent back by KD. And he recovers it. And there it is for him. Jones has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, and this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Christie can't make it.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
For 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the 3 off target. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Powell. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here is Durant. Takes the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Mavericks leading by 5. On the floor for Dallas. They've got Edwards. Williams is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. 5 on the clock. Williams dishes to Marshall. Off target with his 3.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Here's Plumlee. Edwards with the block. Now, here's Marshall. Allen defending. And Ball sends it back. So for the Suns, Durant's checked in for O'Neal. Bradley Beal comes in for Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. And Dallas with a change here, too. Jones checked in for Edwards. Thompson for the triple. Thompson with the 3.
Now, this is his comfort zone. Klay Thompson beyond the arc. Such an easy look right there.
It's stolen by Jones. Marshall with it. Now guarded by Plumlee.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Now, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Mavericks leading by 6. Outside, Jones. From deep three-point land. Poked loose. Williams kicks to Jones. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Bradley Beal picks one up. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here is Williams. Thompson sets the pick for Williams. Thompson passes to Williams. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Suns trail by 6. Here's Plumlee. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams trying to break free. And the basket by Jones.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
That's good from Plumlee.
At the line for your Suns.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Jones. Rebound by the Suns. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the inside, Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Williams kicks to Jones. Second chance shot. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Jones has got 12 points here in the second half. Now Plumlee. A minute 50 left to play here in the 4th. And that one drops for him.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's Jones, and Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Booker finds Plumlee. Back to Booker. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Stolen by Thompson. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 7. Suns have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Here's Plumlee. Bull, the pass to Plumlee. Another shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as many as 14 points. Jones with it. Now Beal defending. Shot from 12. Misses off the right iron.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Phoenix, no good that time either. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. From down in the low post, it goes.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Williams dishes to Jones. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Jones.
Mavericks foul. Ty Jones. Third personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8.
Line for Phoenix.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And so it's Dallas winning this one. This was a very strong. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
Special day on the count. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
And now Dallas' starting group. DJ Washington out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's Edwards, and it's Williams, and it's Thompson in at the 2-guard spot.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Here's Marshall. He can't get that one to fall.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Thompson passes to Brooks. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Outside Edwards. Fires in the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
It's stolen by Washington. Williams from long range. No luck on that one. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, BA, they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
Now here's Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Brooks with it. Now Thompson defending. Outside, Green. Here's Marshall. Off target from three-point range. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. They grab their own miss. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Thompson goes in. Pass to Marshall. Washington, a screen on Green. They get it back. Here's Marshall. Here's Williams. Rebound by Van Vliet.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
Stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And here's Green from the arc. Here's Şengün. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Fighting to earn the second chance opportunity on the foul shot. This is exactly what coach wants from Şengün.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Marshall. Launches it. Again, the miss by Dallas. And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
Nails it from 3.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Here's Şengün. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And it's Brooks missing.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Brooks outside. Launches a 3. Edwards pulls it in. Dallas has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. And here's Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 5 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball, and it's a completely new group for the Rockets.
Substitution on the court.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Pass to Thompson. 4-3. Adams grabs the miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Holiday. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Pass to Eason. Outside Holiday. Over Williams. Oh, it's good! He hit it!
Makes his selection just in time.
Well, so at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Rockets ahead, leading by a point. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Houston?
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court right now for Dallas. They've got Spencer Dinwiddie, Caleb Martin out there with Dwight Powell, and it's Jones in at the 4-man position.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. 3-pointer Holiday. Offensive rebound. Easton up top. Pass to Adams. 6 to shoot. To the wing on the left. Second chance shot. Gets another look. Right side Holiday. Here's Whitmore outside. Outside Eason. Here's Whitmore. From outside the arc. That shot, no good. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor. And Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute. Uses his 6'8" frame well. And he's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Rockets.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
The Rockets lead by 3. Spins. Here's Whitmore. No good off the spin. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Christie from downtown. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Christie's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Jones, the pass to Christie. Martin outside. Pass to Dinwiddie.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Christie. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Houston. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Smith against Powell. Now here's Adams. Back to Whitmore. There's the 3. Tries again. Outside Holiday to the middle. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Mavericks have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Holiday against Dinwiddie. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And for the Rockets, they're shooting only 36% so far in this game. Three-pointer, Holiday. Counted. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Outside Whitmore. There's 49 seconds left to play in the half. Takes the 3. Adams, the pass to Smith. Another shot. And that one drops for him. Smith's got 5.
And this is why Jabari Smith went early in the draft. His ability to find shots and, of course, make them too.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Christie. Dallas, no good that time either. Outside Eason. And here's Adams. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Rockets ahead, up by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Mavericks, 21.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit. And that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Dylan Brooks is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Van Vliet against Washington. The 3 ball. Rebounded by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 8. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Back to Washington. Plenty of space. And it's good for 2. Washington's got 5.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
Outside, Green. Thompson finds Van Vliet. Outside for Green. On the wing, Brooks. Fires for 3. And it's Green missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Thompson passes to Marshall for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And here's Green from the arc. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Marshall. 3-pointer. He buries it from 3.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Thompson passes to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
How about the bounce ability of Şengün getting himself way up there?
The 3 from Washington. No good on the shot. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Houston, leading by 5. Van Vliet finds Brooks. No good from outside.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
2 minutes.
Thompson passes to Washington. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Sengun's got rebound number 7 tonight. Oh, ripped away. Pass to Marshall. Takes a 3. Thompson pulls it in.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Tries the spin move. The 3. That's good. Brooks for 3. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting. It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Thompson outside. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Edwards got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Williams. Washington outside. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Washington. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie against Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Pass to Sengun. Inside. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Dallas ball. Substitution on the court.
Dinwiddie outside. Christie passes to Jones. Powell outside. Here's Christie. Let's go with a 3. Eason pulls it in. Now Adams. From deep. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets ahead. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court right now for the Mavericks, we've got Caleb Martin, Dwight Powell out there with Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Jones in at the power forward position. Outside Whitmore. Holiday up top. Ooh, poked away. Martin outside. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Martin outside. Pass to Jones. Beyond the arc. Eason pulls it in. The Rockets trail. Smith outside. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. Back to Holiday. On the wing, Whitmore. To the inside. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Hits a 3-pointer. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Pass to Powell. From deep. And he can't get that one. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And it's Adams missing. Dallas has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Rockets have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Holiday from long range. Second shot opportunity. They shoot again. And finally, they hit one.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Martin a screen. Christie drops in the three. Christie's got 6 here in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Holiday passes to Smith. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
This is huge for Smith's overall growth. Now, he wants to be a knockdown scorer in big-time spots.
Jones finds Dinwiddie. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Indeed. My goodness, the determined Dinwiddie. Spencer coming up big on a crucial possession.
Outside Eason. Smith outside. Outside Holiday.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Dinwiddie, no good. Houston in the lead. Van Vliet with it. That shot off. Jones feels it out. Pass to Powell. Back to Jones. Here's Powell. Here's Jones. Brooks defending. Now here's Dinwiddie. Jones with a screen on Van Vliet. Shot is up. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Thompson right side. Here's Van Vliet. On the wing, Brooks. Lets the three fly. The Rockets with another miss. And it's Jones with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. Have to value every possession.
Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
Van Vliet against Williams. Green in the post. 5 on the clock. Pass to Thompson.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
First team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Thompson taking 2.
And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
That's the way to go.
Thompson scanning the floor to take the lead. Oh my! What a shot!
3 points.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game.
big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's Durant. It's rebounded by Houston.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Durant in the corner. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Slick shot by Durant, gets the pass and is in his motion a second later.
And here's Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. On offense, here are the Suns. Kicks it out to Booker. That three off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
For three, Durant. They get the rebound. For the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. KD's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Suns. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Van Vliet. Thompson's got 6.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Outside, Beal. Pass to Durant. Up and in on the layup. He's got 8.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
Now, I talked to him about the challenge of trying to stop Kevin Durant. Coach said it's about not letting him get into a rhythm. I told the guys they need to focus on staying in front of him and trying to contest everything. Easier said than done, but we'll see if they can even make things difficult for KD. Guys?
Thank you, David. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Suns leading. Booker with no one around. From deep three-point land. Pass to Durant. Good ball movement here by the Suns. KD, a screen on Van Vliet. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
2 minutes.
So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
A nice shot by KD.
So fluid pulling up to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
Şengün, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure you'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Amon will blow right by you.
Now here's Beal. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Şengün. Brooks feeling it out a bit. The 3. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 5 rebounds tonight. Brooks against Booker. Shot clock at 6. Fades away. Over to the left wing. Durant against Thompson. Outside Durant. Over Thompson.
That's just an amazing play.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
They're just out hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
Tari Easton is out there with Smith. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Holiday in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Back to Eason. Pass to Holiday. And he can't jam it through. Suns leading by 8. Plumlee with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Plumlee, no luck. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Here's Eason. And Bull pulls it down. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Over to the wing. Plumlee attacking and finished off by Plumlee.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Plumlee, back to O'Neal. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him, and there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Plumlee. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Bull.
Look, that's some great defense from Smith. He can be a top-level defender in this league.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view them?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes. And after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there. But whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special.
Here's Plumlee. And the Suns miss again. Rockets trail by 6. Outside Holiday. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Allen.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Phoenix has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Tries to keep it alive. Jones, no luck.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Jones looking for an opening. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steven Adams picks one up. And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns court group had some growing pains in that first season, but look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns.
Plumlee against Şengün. Fires from the corner. Pass to Allen. Back to Bol. Lock at 6. Here's Plumlee. It's rebounded by Houston.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Good on the triple. Now just a 1-point Suns lead.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Jones drives in, 6 feet out. Lays it up off the glass. Jones has got his first points in this one. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns lead by. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
31.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the center position. Durant, it's rebounded by Şengün.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Back to Thompson. Brooks kicks to Thompson. From deep, Green. Rebound by the Suns. Richards got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The drive by Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Speeding in and lifting off. What a slam by Beal.
The Rockets trail. Van Vliet outside. And stolen by Dunn. Booker the pass to Beal. Katie with it. Picked up by Thompson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And here's Green outside. Offensive rebound. And Thompson kicks to Green. Pass to Şengün. For the lead. The Rockets with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
Van Vliet finds Green. Out to Brooks. From outside the arc. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. You talk about reputations, RJ. You have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their heads. You want guys like that on your side.
Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Şengün. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block. or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Thompson from long range. Cans it from downtown. Thompson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, deep. Watch out! The damaging Durant flying right through.
You just have to appreciate that play. KD makes so many tough shots. Just give him an easy one every once in a while.
Brooks with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Outside, KD. No good on the three. For Houston, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far.
There's a nice pace to Green's game, so the pull-up, it could be a weapon for him.
From downtown, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Booker against Thompson. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Pass to Green. Out to Brooks. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Booker. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. And good that time. Plumlee's got 10 points in the game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Adams. Back to Holiday. He got it up. And no good in the last second attempt this time. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Jabari Smith is out there with Tari Eason. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Eason gets a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 3. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside Holiday. O'Neal with the rebound. The Suns shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Plumlee, sweet little floater. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Jones has it in the corner. Sinks the 3-pointer. And now a 4-point Phoenix lead.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Plumlee with it. Now Smith defending. Plumlee, no luck. Rockets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Smith the pass to Eason. Now Whitmore. O'Neal with the rebound. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Plumlee, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about the kind concentration. He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
A new lineup here for Houston. And for the Suns, Durant's checked in for O'Neal. Beal comes in for Grayson Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. Thompson with the bucket.
This one has been all about Armin Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
They get it again.
Houston foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
Questionable shot selection on that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
He gets that one. Plumlee's got 10 points in the quarter.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Thompson for three.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Plumlee, no luck. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Here's Thompson. Another miss by Houston. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Plumlee. Kept alive. Booker outside. Shoots the three. That doesn't go in either for Plumlee. Rockets trail by 6. Brooks with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team. And here it pays off with a huge basket.
And the shot goes down. Plumlee's got 14 points now in the second half. Van Vliet way outside. And Thompson throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And Plumlee kicks to Bowl. Plumlee with a screen on Van Vliet. Bowl dishes to Plumlee. And it's Houston on the break. And the wide open shot from Green. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Phoenix with the ball. It's a three-point game. Plumlee attacking. And Thompson sends it back. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Plumlee in the post. Şengün's there. Plumlee, no luck. Thompson up top. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Oh, missed it. And so it's Phoenix who's scraped by with the win. This win, thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg